Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yeonwoo, and today I will be presenting my research titled Commodifying Romance: Its Impact on Modern Romance Culture. This study focuses on the commodification of romance and its impact on modern romantic culture in contemporary society. Love is inseparable from humanity. It has driven reproduction, shaped diverse romantic cultures, and even disrupted human relationships. Exploring modern romance is essential for understanding humanity, as romantic culture has taken many forms, continuously evolving over time. People's perspectives on romance, the ways they experience it, and their standards of romanticism have all diversified and expanded. However, in today's capitalism driven society, we often fail to recognize how romance is being marketed as a commodity. The idea of romance and money being intertwined feels almost contradictory. Selling romance hardly sounds romantic. Yet, the reality is that romance generates profit in ways we often overlook, drawing money from our wallets and contributing to corporate gains. Most importantly, it influences how we perceive and experience romance and love itself. My research explores this phenomenon, investigating the various ways romance is commodified and how this commodification influences modern romantic culture. The study is based on a combination of direct interview and literature review. It aims to focus on widespread effects of romance commodification and encourage readers to reconsider their perspectives on romance and the commercialized products associated with it. Initially, I planned to interview a wide range of individuals involved in commodified romance industries, both as consumers and service providers. However, after receiving feedback during my proposal update presentation, I realized the challenges of time constraints and ethical concerns. As a result, I narrowed my focus and conducted two in-depth interviews, one with a Kabakura worker and another with a dating app user. So I reached out to the participants through personal connections. Both of them were my friends, and they have already shared their experiences with me before about their stories, so it was quite easier and smoother for me to get consent and have an open conversation with them during the interviews. And of course, to ensure privacy and respect, I prioritized participant comfort throughout the process, keeping the interviews confidential and voluntary. So my research questions were the following. First, to what extent are individuals working in or consuming commodified romance services aware that romance is being commercialized, and how do they perceive this commodification? Second, how do personal experiences with commodified romance industries influence users' and workers' perceptions of genuine emotional connection and romantic relationships? Third, how does emotional labor within commodified romance industries affect both the workers' emotional well-being and cultural norms surrounding romance in contemporary society? Fourth, in what ways do financial structures and profit-driven models in romance-based industries such as dating app premium features and host club pricing shape the expectations and experiences of romantic relationships? Lastly, how does commodification of romance influence broader cultural narratives around intimacy, emotional authenticity, and the pursuit of romantic relationships in capitalist societies? So for the literature review, I focused on exploring the forms of commodification of romance. I could find several examples. The first example of commodified romance was host clubs. In Japan, young men working as hosts aim to make their fortunes by offering romance, companionship, and emotional intimacy to female clients for substantial amounts of money. These clubs foster a sense of emotional fulfillment and belonging where hosts carefully groom their appearances and study behaviors that evoke romantic feelings in their clients. In the documentary The Great Happiness Space, excuse me, hosts are shown actively encouraging women to fall in love with them, leading some clients to financially worship their favorite hosts. Some women even express a willingness to spend limitless amounts of money and fantasize about marrying their preferred hosts. Another form of commodification occurs with dating apps. Many platforms offer premium features such as Tinder Gold, for example, which allows users to instantly view who has liked their profile and make quicker matches. This transforms romance into a transactional experience where financial investment can streamline the dating process. Some scholars even argue that dating apps datify intimacy by using algorithms to quantify love, romance, and desire into measurable metrics, marketing the idea that romance can be enhanced through payment. The algorithms create the perception that paid features will personalize results, increasing the chances of finding the perfect romantic partner. The third example is marriage as a financial transaction. Some researchers argue that capitalism has influenced modern romance, making people more passive, selective, and financially cautious when seeking long-term relationships. So moving on to my interviews, my first participant began working at a Kabukara to finance her passion for traveling. As a university student seeking substantial income quickly, she was drawn to the industry out of curiosity and a desire for new experiences. She describes her experience quite positively, emphasizing the benefits such as professional makeup services, elegant attire, free rides home, generous tips, high hour wage, which was nearly 7 times that of typical part-time jobs in Japan. And she emphasized the importance of emotional intelligence, patience, and conversation skills for success in the industry. However, emotional labor presents challenges. Clients often seek emotional support, sharing personal struggles while occasionally making romantic advances. While she strives for sincerity in her interactions, the emotional investment can be draining. She acknowledged the difficulty in maintaining professional detachment while being emotionally engaging, noting that some workers enforce strict boundaries while others form deeper connections depending on personal comfort. Another participant, also a university student, began using a dating app after a breakup, seeking connection during a time of loneliness. She described dating apps as a convenient but often superficial, with many users seeking short-term encounters. Despite developing a long-term relationship through the app, she noticed a pattern of emotional detachment, including ghosting and performative behavior, making it difficult to trust the sincerity of connections. She describes how dating apps commodify romance, comparing swiping to shopping for a partner. She admitted to using premium features for greater visibility, which felt like a paying for a chance at romance. Though she recognized the transactional nature, she continued to use the features for increased access to potential matches. So the key findings was the following: awareness of commodification exists, emotional labor affects both workers and users, and blurred boundaries exist between genuine and paid emotions, and financial structures influence romantic experiences. So in conclusion, romantic and emotional connections are often influenced by financial exchanges in modern society, whether through intimate other service industries or dating apps. Money can affect how people experience relationships, sometimes blurring the line between genuine connection and performance. This mix of emotional labor and profit can create strain, yet sincere connections can still form. As financial motives become more tied to emotional spaces, it's important to reflect on how they shape our understanding of intimacy and relationships. These are the references, and thank you for listening.